Hello and welcome to Hamnation, episode 565 for January 31st, 2024. And how's it going, everybody? I am Josh, K7AGE. I hope you're having a good evening, and you're sticking with us as we get back on the air. Let's say hi to the hosts for what's going on tonight. Oh, see, there we go. Gotcha, Gall. Randy, how you doing? Starting things off.
Oh, I'm doing good. I just got home last night from Quartzfest after being away for 3 weeks. I beat the big West Coast storms, so
good to hear.
Home and warm.
And
yep.
you beat the rain, too, so very good.
Yeah.
And Gordo, how are you doing today?
I am fine, and that was a terrific meeting we just had before the show started. I'm all for it, and I'm all for Randy. He was great at Quartzfest.
I'm very much happy or excited to hear, oh, and now everybody's complaining it's still buggy. Oh, no. Oh, no, guys, we're still having a problem.
And I don't even see the chat, so.
Very laggy, everybody's saying. Why? That's... It even got worse, it looks like. I don't know what happened.
That's not good.
It's not my internet. Same issue. Oh, no. The buffering is worse, they say. How could it be worse?
Hey, need to restart your computer?
I did. That's exactly what I did.
Oh, okay.
But now it's saying I have... Oh, even on the stream side, it's failing.
Wow.
I am lost. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, it's freezing on my TV across the room.
Yeah, I can't even pull it up on mine.
Well, let's give it a second. Maybe it'll sort itself out.
So I'm going to sit here and look at my ham clock instead of YouTube.
No, I'm not on a Mac. I only do Windows. So look what you just did there. I live stream only on Windows. Everybody thinks I'm on Mac OS. I only edit on Mac OS. I only do the live stream on Windows. So if it's a stream problem, it's the Windows side. Oh, yeah, we're dropping like major frames. I have full upload here, so let's see.
Should one of us like try to drop and see if it goes better?
I don't know at this point. Let me see.
Just do it live to tape and post it later.
Well, we are recording, so...
Well, there you go.
YouTube data centers. I don't know if it's a YouTube problem. You can hear the audio, so that's great, but...
Yes, we will tell the kids to stop streaming Netflix. Stop playing your
nobody
darn
home
video
right
games.
now. There's nobody home. That's the worst part about this is there's nobody home.
That was a problem I had before we got the cable modem. Was Tyler would be on a video game, and I'd have to say, "Dude, you gotta wait. Just wait an hour."
So okay, let's see. So I think we just go forward because I am recording, and so I'll take the recording and re-upload it after the fact. So everybody can hear us, so let's just go with that. There will be some videos that you'll have to rewatch. Apologize, everybody's seeing it live. And then I guess I have homework after this to figure out what the heck is going on.
Yeah, you'll have a lot of replays of this, so it'll make you look really great.
I guess so. We'll see. But thanks, everybody, for sticking with us as we go through this. I think we talked to Gordo for the intro. I think that means next is Dawn. How are you doing?
I'm good. Was fighting with a burst water heater earlier this week, and I think we're past the bad point on that. Got an insurance guy coming out on Friday. I think my carpet's all dry. Hopefully I don't have to replace any of that. But anyway, that's not why you called up. We've got news of the week from Amateur Radio Newsline. Nothing from Dr. Scove this week. She's got her daughter is a little bit ill, and she's not feeling real well either. Plus, she's teaching tonight. You know, she teaches a solar weather course. So, but we will hear from Amateur Radio Newsline. Of course, you can go and check Twitter at Tamitha Scove and spaceweatherwoman.com and YouTube for the rest of what Dr. Scove has to tell you, Josh.
Okay, very good. And Amanda, how are you doing from the new shack? It looks like you got some soundproofing up. It's coming along.
I know. The soundproofing has really helped, and I put on down a throw rug and stuff like that, and it's been great. And COVID's just about gone, everybody. So
Good.
Just a few remnants. I'm
Hooray,
feeling
hooray.
100% better. And I'd like to say thanks to Steve K7AGE for covering 2 weeks ago. Appreciate that very much, Steve. Thank you. And stay tuned. Of course, say I'm fine and then I cough. I'm going to be following chat room, of course, if you can follow along on the stream. And I have a new segment tonight called Ham It or Can It? And we're gonna have some fun with that. My panelists here, meaning our co-hosts, are going to be helping me make decisions on and you be the final judge there in the chat room. So stay tuned, everybody. We've got a great show. Gordo, why don't you take it away, sir?
Well, thanks so much. In fact, we're going to talk about Steve and all the great he is doing at the American Radio Relay League. But before, let's head and preview out to Quartzfest, which Randy will be giving us a full story. So let's bring up the Quartzfest video. And as you can see, it's wide open desert for 1 week on the desert floor. And we held probably the second largest gathering that we've ever had in our history. I mean, when it comes time to holding a meeting or giving out prizes, except when it rained the first couple of days, everybody poured into the main fire ring. And for those during the rain, we go, oh my gosh, what are we going to do during the rain? How are we going to get our No problem. We put them on 2 meters and 440 FM and amateur television on one of the cable television channels. And they could see and they could hear any of the seminars during the rainstorm. So it worked out well. That Quartzfest was a great success. Well, we know the sun is not going to be any raining, but sun is going to be shining at Orlando Hamcation. And that's coming up weekend after next. And Hamcation, we have John and Michael and Carol Perry, WB2MGP, along with my award that we're giving out to, we'll tell you about it in a week or so. But it is a great time for everybody to come and enjoy the Florida sunshine. Carol and I have been teaching classes for years and years. I'm just delighted to be the national instructor for Elmers and club trainers and independent class helpers for ham radio. Thanks to Steve, K7AGE ARRL's Education and Learning Manager, we've got it covered from those volunteers all the way up to the pros like Ms. Perry and all of those teachers and educators in ham radio. In fact, Orlando is such a feature that it has been awarded the Hamvention from Dayton prestigious award. And it should, because where can you go and have alligators there in the water and see all of the great exhibits indoors and outdoors? And they're right on the water. And indoors, they've got a huge exhibit hall at a fairgrounds with all of the major exhibitors there getting ready to show off their new wares. And the seminars, and I'll be doing a seminar on Saturday along with Steve. We're going to be presenting the very latest in what the American Radio Relay League is turning out full steam in support of ham radio instructors, whether they're the professionals that Steve works with, or for me, working with Elmers and the club training officers and those independent hams that come to classes and say, let me give the instructor a little bit of hand in helping teach ham radio. And the best part of the Orlando Hamcation week after next, of course, is not only the exhibitors that are packed in there, but also the couple of areas where the flea market goes absolutely crazy with all sorts of great deals. And you're going to hear more about that in a couple of weeks when we give you the full report. But Josh, you're going to be there as well, right?
Yeah, that's right, Gordo. I am planning on coming out the whole time, so I'll be out there mainly hanging out with all of you, but live streaming as well, so you'll get the latest and greatest of what's going on. I hear that there might be some first time seeing some things possibly under glass. So I'm a little excited about that. But hey, come on out. There's going to be all kinds of different fun stuff going on. And after hours, I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but if you come up and talk to me, I'll make sure I let you know what the ideas are and the plans. There will definitely be something with the YouTubers. I think we're all staying at the Rosen International, or the Rosen On International, and you can get the link to that and all the information on the Orlando Hamcation website. So make sure you check that out. Randy, though, we're going to him next because he's going to fill us in on his road home from Quartzfest.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of video work for Quartzfest. I think I recorded 4 videos on my way to Quartzfest. I think a video every day there, plus the day before. So that's another 8, and 3 videos on the way home. So I had a lot of hamnation and my channel viewers really kind of riding along. So let's roll that beautiful videotape, Josh, and we'll get right into it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a little after 7 here. Sunrise is at 7:40, and I'm going to call this Quartzfest Day 0. This is Saturday. So look who showed up at what, 12:30 in the middle of the night? So Motorhead Jerry. Doing what do we got going here?
Oh, as usual, you don't do the maintenance on your RV, don't drain the gas out of your generator, and it turns to turpentine and it won't run.
Look who showed up!
It's here. We think it's going to rain, but maybe it won't.
Well, good morning, Quartzfesters. Welcome to day 1 of Quartzfest 2024. Before we get too deep into this, we're all concerned and wondering what's happening with the weather today. I think last time I looked, it's supposed to rain off and on until about 11 o'clock this morning and then clear up.
Well, welcome to Quartzfest 2024, our 27th year. Our first year out here was 1997. How many of you are here for the first time?
Wow.
Look at all those hands. Welcome.
Well, I'll tell you, Quartzfest depends on all of you, and you've really made it big time, and we thank you all for attending. The weather is going to get better, and it'll be exciting tomorrow, and that's what Quartzfest is all about.
What are you doing, Mike?
We're getting the coals ready for Dutch oven cobbler.
Here's Gary's ATV transmitting station, channel 58 here in Quartzfest. Hello, I'm here with Clint, and your call sign?
Kilo Alpha 7 Oscar Echo India.
And he's with the Northwest Utah Web, Northern Utah Web SDR.
Right.
And I've connected to that. And can you give us a elevator speak of what your web SDR is, and how we get to it and stuff?
So you go to sdrutah.org, the URL down there, and what you end up with is a landing page, and from there you can select 6 servers.
Okay.
And you just use your ordinary web browser to go to those servers, and you get audio. You can tune you get your own virtual receiver. You can select your bandwidth. You can select DSP, whatever. Tune any frequency you like, along with several hundred other people that might be there at the time. You're all your own private receiver.
So I'm here with Rachel now, and your call sign is?
KK6DAC.
And she's cooking her lunch. But what caught me is that just part of her table here, she has her Starlink. And,
So I have Starlink over here. I have 300 watts of solar, and this is a solar tracker.
Oh, okay.
So it actually moves as the sun moves. You see the little eye at the top there.
Oh, okay.
So that feeds back into
Oh, wow.
200 watts of bioNO lithium iron phosphate.
Oh, good.
In here, and then I've got it all wired up for power poles.
Yeah, you can never have too many connectors.
12 volt USB. I have APRS built into this so that I can do remote telemetry. So I can see what the voltage is and temperature inside, even though I may not be there.
Yeah.
And on the other side, I have a 600 watt pure sine inverter.
Okay, inverter.
Coming out the other side. A chameleon MPAS antenna. I was here's my shift pod. Give you a little...
Oh yeah, okay.
So yeah, I've got my bed, TV, clothes, little heater.
The special event station. Sign says open. So I'm inside the special event trailer.
Yep.
Kind of full in here.
So this is amateur radio for the antisocial. I just picked it up off of Amazon. It was recommended to me. I'm not sure what they know about me here.
So Lou is helping out here for a first-time FT8 user, explaining a lot of things. So see if we can make a contact. So do you complete the contact?
We did
We
complete.
got the 73.
We're actually.
So what do you think, Don?
That was a lot easier than I expected.
Well, it started raining about 45 minutes ago. Well, there's reports of water in the washes out there, so let's take a look. He does have quite a bit out here.
Canoe rental and fishing rods for trade for whiskey.
That's it. I'm putting my jammies and my bathrobe on and my slippers. I'm gonna heat up some tomato soup and make myself a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm done.
How you doing in there?
Hey, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm fine. You dry?
I am. We're doing great.
Outstanding.
Bridge to the potties. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Quartzfest Day 3.
Now set it up higher, whatever height you want, and have it just warming up here.
Barb, I saw you. This one's special. This one's special. Barb was elated yesterday, and how exciting!
So exciting.
Good morning, good morning. It's Wednesday, January 24th. Frank, you ready for another off-road morning, huh?
We are, absolutely, yeah. It's going to be a good day.
So you have any idea how many are in the line so far?
Not yet, but you know, we had 45 last year, and we've had as many as 65, so it'll be a lot of fun. But.
What's the count?
59.
Is that a record?
That is a record. I've only been here twice. So.
Peso, uno peso.
Uno peso.
Oh, no, sentado, dos pesos. Dos pesos, which multiple.
Very cool. So apparently Eric made his first voice contact just moments after he upgraded his license to amateur extra. And Ron is a brand new general class operator, the top page. Congratulations.
All right, well, this morning we had about 20 plus people come out and watch for Pico balloons to be launched. And it took off really well. And the weather was so nice, we launched the second one right behind it. 27 milliwatts. One of its first contacts was in Heidelberg, Germany. A little while ago, both balloons were tracking pretty much in the same sort of path. They're about 200 miles south into Mexico at this point. Both of these balloons have settled in at 40,000 feet, almost exactly.
Good morning, good morning. Day 5, January 25th.
I can tell you right now, the Fox is active. It's out there doing its job on 146/550.
Well, you hear anything?
Not yet.
No, it's not up there.
Not there either.
The doctor said I was in pretty good shape for the shape I'm in.
Okay.
But he gave me one word of advice.
Yeah?
He said, AC, don't stand too close to the edge of the curb on trash day.
There's all the latecomers getting their tickets to win the Baofangs.
Welcome to Happy Hour for Day 5 of Quartzfest 2024. 662. We had roughly, I think we had 11 people out there looking. And the gentleman that found it first, you stand up again. A Baofang UB5R from Tumbleweeds, Rat Pack.
So an introduction, who am I? My name is Kurt Lauman. My call sign is Kilo 7 Zulu Oscar Oscar. Just to give you kind of the instant high level bottom line of what we've done. And when I say we, I mean primarily me and some Ukrainians. I've shipped 43,000 3D printed parts over the last 18 months. 350 transmission lines and a total of 70 packages. And I got introduced to the drone group, and I don't really know their names so much, but there's a guy that they call the Candy Man. And the drone group specializes in candy, delivering candy to the opposition. So Russians came in, and they must have had instructions to literally destroy every ham radio station they could find, because those would be used for communications, right? So I've worked on antenna systems with them. I've worked on battery chargers, and I've worked on candy.
Good morning, it's day 6, Quartzfest, January 26th.
So I'm going to go in and I'm going to get the balloon. And when I come out, we're going to tie it onto the top end of the dipole. And then after that, I'm going to launch it very shortly. All right, here we go. All right, successful launch. Hey!
And our total for Quartzfest this year is 683.
Yes.
That's 28 more than we had last year.
We had 6 so far test with us today. James Keel. James took his exam with us last year here at Quartzfest, became a technician, today became a general class operator, and has promised us next year, same time, same place, he'll be an amateur extra. You might remember Jeffrey from a couple of days ago. He earned his technician license. He returned today for his general and achieved that, along with his wife, for her technician license. They all deserve a great round of applause.
Good morning, good morning. It's Randy, K7AGE. Tubes. Got a mystery box. Yeah, make sure you check all the boxes for the treasures.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
There's some gems in there.
Yeah. People over here, their stuff out. So I drove down here. It's the Arizona Near Space Research Group. 40-foot line with all these different payloads on it.
How big is that thing going to get when it gets to altitude? It'll be about 50 to 60 feet in diameter when it bursts. Make it all nice and straight with me. The line. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. All right. Keep coming. Keep coming. Move out of the way. Up.
Are y'all having fun yet? Whoa! I want to hear it. Come on. Yeah, you're having fun. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Day 7. Well, this is Day 7 Happy Hour and closing ceremony. And I hate to see that come. Drum roll, please. Kilo Golf 6. Tango. Bravo Romeo. I heard a woo!
Okay. Hope you enjoyed all that. You know, there was nothing to do out there. Oh boy, a lot going on. And I didn't get to everything because I was either shooting or editing. But longer versions of all those days were up on my K7AGE channel. So lots of testing going on. I think about, I'm going to guess around 55 people either passed their tests or did an upgrade. So a lot of activity there, and they got a lot of those people over to the special event station and actually got them on the air.
Fantastic.
Kurt there talking about his plastic parts, 43,000 plastic parts he's printed for the hams over in the Ukraine. Well, not just the hams, but so the types of things he does is make plastic pieces to build quarter wave ground planes, plastic pieces to make Yagis, and they source the aluminum, all that over there, and put them together. He made a battery charger case that fits on the back of a Motorola because it's like a 7.2 volt battery, and everybody has a cell phone charger. So he's got a little boost or a buck converter in there that or boost. It takes the 5 volts from a cell charger and runs it up to 7.2 to charge that. And then he makes parts for the candy. This is where they drop candy on the Russians and it goes boom. So, so he makes the so he makes the nose cones. They're about 3 inches in diameter, about that long, and then some type of fuse mechanism that must trigger the explosive when it hits. So, really interesting. I have pretty much all of his talk if you want to watch that. He runs 6 Prusa printers 24 hours a day, keeping up with all that. So, but just so much going on, and between shooting and editing and shooting, the week went by fast.
Well, Randy, did you get any radio time yourself?
I think I made 3 contacts on FT8 that whole time. So no, I did more on the way down. I activated a POTA. I think I made 15 contacts, and one night in the trailer, I fired up FT8, and I got the was it D2YU, the guy that's in Angola. And he's been on quite a bit. Wow. And then I looked over and I saw on the FT8 my call sign in red. It was a guy from Chile calling me. So
nice.
That's about all the operating.
Oh, no Clipperton, huh?
No, I wasn't trying that hard. No.
I know. A lot of people got them in the logs, though, so that was really great. Congrats to everybody that got Clipperton. Shout out in the chat room if you did as well. But one question we had, did Amy and Jerry get to expand on their RF adventure game this year?
No, they didn't. Work was just so crazy for them, with Tilt 5 and their goggles and stuff, and just getting those things built and all that. So it was a busy year for them. So hopefully,
I'm just glad they got down there.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. It looks like they had a fantastic time. And
they're a lot of fun. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Randy, for sharing. And don't forget to follow Randy on his YouTube channel and also on Twitter because he puts out a lot of fun stuff. So really appreciate it, Randy, very much. Josh, should we go to ICOM winners and the commercial?
That's right.
Keep your competitive contesting edge with ICOM. ICOM's innovative and high-powered base stations cut through pileups, letting you work the bands and record those contacts. Heard it, worked it, logged it. The ICOM IC7300 is an industry first, using an RF direct sampling system and an entry-level HF radio. This compact, high-performance, innovative transceiver will far exceed your expectations. The real HF fun starts here. RF direct sampling, 15 discrete bandpass filters, 4.3-inch color touchscreen, real-time spectrum scope, and SD memory card slot. The ICOM IC7610 is the STR every ham wants. Faint signals are no longer a challenge for contesters or DXers. The high-performance RMDR can pick out the faintest of signals, even in the presence of stronger adjacent signals. This direct sampling software-defined radio has changed the world's definition of an SDR transceiver. RF direct sampling, 110 dB RMDR, independent dual receivers, and dual digicell. Keep your competitive contesting edge with the ICOM IC7851. Contesters and DXers are always looking for that competitive edge to magically pull out the weak signals needed to climb up the list. With faster processors, higher input gain, higher display resolution, and a cleaner signal, the IC7851 is the pinnacle of HF perfection. 110 RMDR, 1.2 kHz optimum roofing filter, digital IF filters, digital voice recorder, high-resolution spectrum waterfall display, enhanced PC connectivity, and SD memory card slot. For more information about ICOM's amateur radios and to locate a dealer, please visit icomamerica.com/amateur today. For the love of ham radio.
And 1,000 thank yous to ICOM for sponsoring Hamnation. We really do appreciate it. And every time we go live, I hope you all know this now, but if you don't, we pick 3 winners for swag pack giveaways, and then at the end of the month, we give away a radio. This is one of those special months where Ham Nation is on 3 weeks. So we've started the new giveaway for next month because this is the last day of the month, basically. So the swag pack winners are Christopher N, N0AHC, Ed W, N2XDD, and Jason T, KC3JRW. If you'd like to get in on this action, make sure you take the link in the video description to go to the ICOM website for Ham Nation. Click Enter now. You provide your call sign and a couple of other pieces of information. They'll pick 3 winners, and then your name goes into the hat, if you will, the electronic hat, to which they will pull the winner. And that list grows throughout the year as we pick new winners. So thanks again to ICOM. We really do appreciate it. That means we're going to Don for the latest with him. What's going on, Don?
Hey, speaking of ICOM, here's a little Hamfest find that I picked up a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yes, I love Hamfest finds.
The little ICOM R8.
Oh, that has been on my list. That has been on my list for so long. Nothing interfaces with it. There's no TV stations, but oh my gosh, I want that thing so bad.
Yeah, I had one way before Katrina, and Katrina took it, and the guy had this sitting there, and I turned it on. I was playing with it, and so yeah, $80, and I brought it home with me. So.
Yeah,
Wow.
so what do you plan on doing with that? Do you have some local TV stations that are, or a ham network TV for analog that's available?
No, I just
I
used
had to have
one of those, and I want it now. So I had $80 of spendable income, and so there it is.
Well,
so yeah,
there are still hams on analog ATV, so that'll do well.
Yeah,
that'll work well for that. Exactly.
While they're going digital, still, that's a great receiver for just seeing what's happening on the frequency you're trying to get out on.
Right. And so yeah, that was $80 well spent, I think. So going to the Jackson, that was at the Hammond, Louisiana Ham Fest 2 weeks ago, and going to the Jackson Ham Fest on Saturday. I don't know if I'll find any rare bargains, but I will see Ray Novak from ICOM there, which is going to be kind of cool. So anyway, that's my little Hamfest update. Let's go ahead and get into the news of the week from Amateur Radio Newsline, see what's going on around the world. From Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2411, this is Ham Nation Headlines for Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. We begin this week with a story that captivated the national media here in the United States and social media everywhere. It was a contact made barely a month ago between Pennsylvania high school students and astronauts aboard the International Space Station. This was a contact, however, with something that set it apart from many. From Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2413, this is Ham Nation Headlines for Wednesday, January 31st, 2024. First up this week, an important call sign, 8R7X. You'll be hearing it on the air as a quartet of youthful de-expeditioners prepares, at long last, for adventure and QSOs in Guyana.
The antennas are packed, other equipment is being tested, and 4 young friends, Philip Springer, DK6SP, Jamie Williams, M0SDV, Sven Lovrick, DJ4MX, and Tommy Varro, HA8RT, are ready to depart for their journey to Guyana, where they'll activate 8R7X from the 14th to the 24th of February. It's a shared dream long deferred by pandemic travel restrictions, but now with that behind them, this youthful quartet of seasoned de-expeditioners is prepared for the challenges of operating from their temporary South American QDH. A statement on the team's website expresses their excitement, adding that their recently issued call sign has a prefix that has never before been used. The 4 will continue to update their website and to keep DXs informed via social media channels as the date gets closer. They'll be operating CW, SSB, FT8 and RITI on the HF bands. This is John Williams, VK4JJW.
Could hams somehow be responsible for the evolution of the information age? A recent magazine article says it's very likely indeed.
Look at Randy.
Radio and TV broadcasting, mobile communications, and other elements of the so-called wireless revolution can have all their roots traced back to amateur radio, according to a recent article in the IEEE Communications magazine, IEEE Explore. The article, which is in Volume 61, Issue 11, credits amateur radio inventiveness that was incubated in the earliest amateur radio clubs growing on college campuses in the early 20th century. It singles out the Wireless Telegraph Club of Columbia University's New York City campus, noting the students' members' propensity for wireless experimentation, and singles out one club member, Edwin Howard Armstrong, considered the father of FM radio. At the same time that ham clubs were springing up on other U.S. college campuses, societies for wireless enthusiasts were being born in Australia, the UK, and elsewhere in the world. The article traces how the advent of FM led to the development of mobile phones and how amateurs' bottomless curiosity continues to be the driving spirit behind more and more inventive ways of communicating. This is Andy Morrison, K7AGE.
In Albuquerque, New Mexico, mobile radios and instructions to build antennas are part of a donation program for a humanitarian effort.
A donation of 14 mobile radios and simple designs for homebrew antennas have gone the distance from Albuquerque, New Mexico, to a humanitarian organization providing social support and medical care to displaced families in Ukraine. The radios and the plans for antenna construction are a project of the Bosk Amateur Radio Club N5BRC. When Joseph Nichols, the founder of CareForUkraine.org, asked his brother Art Nichols, KI5GOL, if the hams could assist with the volunteers' communication needs as they address the sheltering, educational, and social concerns of the families, Art decided to approach the club for ideas. Club members have donated $700 to the effort, which paid for the 14 handheld radios. Joseph Nichols, a former biomedical equipment engineer now living in Ukraine, writes on the GoFundMe page of Care for Ukraine that the hams gifts have permitted the installation of small micro networks of solar-powered radio equipment used by volunteers in rural areas for emergency, non-military purposes. The equipment is shared freely with other volunteer aid groups as well. This is Ralph Squillaci, KK6ITB.
And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news since 1976 at arnewsline.org. With John Williams, VK4JJW, Andy Morrison, K9AWM, Ralph Squillaci, KK6ITB, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.
And there you go. That's the latest from the Amateur Radio Newsline group. Again, we do not have Dr. Scove tonight, but just check her out on Twitter at Tamitha Scove, the Tamitha Scove channel on YouTube, and spaceweatherwoman.com. I'll tell you something that this thing is good for. You see I've got the screen on right now. This has 4 levels of attenuation and a band scope. So if you're into fox hunting, man, this is cool. Look, it's probably picking up a bunch of just trash in the room here now. But
and
if you're into fox
scrolls
hunting,
to the right. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, if you're into fox hunting,
you
now, is that the antenna that came with it, or do you think that?
Yeah, that's what it comes
you
from.
can change the polarity, and and so and of course it's it's telescopic, but yeah. So this is a great little fox hunt radio. I mean, it's got kind of like all right there, and it's got a BNC connector on the top, which is old school. So there you go, something nice. The little ICR3. If you see one at a Hamfest, pick it up. I paid $80 for it. Well worth it. Anyway, there you go. That's my Hamfest find, and that's the news of the week. And now let's go over to the pretty girl in the pink.
Pretty girl in the pink.
That's you. That's you. Amanda. Come on, baby. That's you.
I'm here. And thanks, chat room, for sticking around with us tonight. It's been an experience. Let's put it that way. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Tonight, we're introducing Ham It or Can It. And chat room, I have my panelists here. And my 4 very knowledgeable, unbiased, completely panelists. They have never seen any of these pictures before. Maybe they did on Twitter or something, but we never had a discussion about it. Okay.
Until those guys show up, you're stuck with us.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, in chat room, play along. So I'm just going to go through some random photos I've stolen off of people's social media, and we're going to choose if we're going to ham it or can it.
Of course she did.
Okay, so this one's all about Winterfield Day, and everyone can see my screen. This one is total ham, and I love this photo, but I would love to have background on it. It says, trying to heat a smaller space than all of this drafty historic cabin. It's working. Now, hopefully none of these guys had beans, but I say ham it.
Oh, ham it, totally. And
ham it.
Wow.
Yeah.
The concept of adding a tent inside of a structure,
cabin.
They
still look cold.
But that's what they're doing is they wrapped it with plastic to create like a reverberating.
That would be tent on the air. Toto.
Yeah.
If anyone sees this and knows who this group is, please send me the backstory because I want to know.
It's a ham.
All we need is and your little dog too in there.
Okay, now this one.
Toto.
No one can out-nerd me in alternative rock. My HF walkie-talkie ham radio. Now, I have absolutely no idea what alternative rock has to do with this photo.
Neither do I.
But it's fine because he's totally hamming it. This is a ham it.
That's cool.
I like the 3D printed little enclosure he did for the. I think that's a 6100. It looks like a Shegu with a multi-tap HF.
It's a little blurry.
Radio inside, and he's probably dragging a radial behind him in the kitchen. You gotta love that.
I like it.
He's hamming it. Okay.
I'm hamming
Next
it.
one. Okay. This one, another Winterfield Day.
Oh, there you go.
Ham it. Definitely.
Yeah.
Panel?
How many people? What kind of operator? What do you think they're running? 7-op?
It's got to be, but I want to say one thing about this photo. And this is the safety officer part of me. Please get your safety officer in check because I see nothing but a lot of tripping hazards. So please ham it. You're doing a great job.
You're blocking it off there, so you can't walk.
Well, I've seen in other photos where they were standing in the middle of it.
They got that tractor blocking the space there. So
yeah,
it's perfect.
Just put some throw rugs down there.
We can can it for the trip hazard, but ham it for the effort.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So we're both. All right. Next photo. I don't know what this is, but it was during Winterfield Day. It is definitely ham it. We were having too much fun, but this is what exactly you're supposed to do during Winterfield Day. Again, if anyone knows who this person is, please give me the backstory on this because I'd love to know.
As someone who has hammed in a situation with too much wind, and you just start tacking things onto easy ups and structures to block the wind. Or the cold in this case. That's total ham reality.
That's great.
It is reality.
Shower on
and it looks like he has exceeded his amount of Winterfield Day, and he's about to hit his edge, and he's either going to get really good at this point in time, or he's going to get really crazy. So I'm not sure yet. Give him another cup of coffee. Okay, this grilling with some DMR. Rigging might be a little bit too close to the grill, but I say ham it.
It looks like his antenna's melting. It's like getting droopy.
Like spark gap.
I mean, he won't even let grilling get in his way of talking on the radio. So he's going to bring that in, and he's going to talk on it for the next week, and it's still going to smell like whatever he was barbecuing, but ham it.
The radio probably
smoke is good. Yeah, smoke is good.
This one comes from our good guy, Steve, and I want everyone to read this. The look on my face when hearing someone says it does no good trying to engage youth in amateur radio as part of STEM education. Then the next breath say they were introduced to amateur radio as youth. Things that make you go, So I say can it, but ham it. Can your attitude, but ham it. Like
great job,
like Steve is doing right there. So,
and see Steve and Gordo at Orlando at the ARRL booth. And we'll reproduce this.
At the youth forum, definitely.
Yeah.
Next one. We are live on 3710 megahertz. Call in or tweet your signal reports. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna let my panel decide on this.
Tweet.
Yeah, hit us on Top Band or send us a message through pneumatic tube system, please.
I gotta can this, you guys.
I gotta I don't know. This is like the Zello net.
That's like hit us up on the CB simulator on CompuServe. I remember that.
That's kind of funny.
That's like giving a signal report on SDR.
Well, you know what? Here's an interesting. Okay. So I was an SWL before I became a ham. So I used to listen to shortwave stations. And I was a kid, so I didn't really understand that you could send in signal reports as your QSL card.
Oh, right.
Is Twitter the new SWL
Please no.
signal report card? Like, is it though? If you think about it, like, is it if it's if a shortwave station is like, hey, what was your signal report that you heard from us?
I'm on the
Is
fence about this
Twitter
one.
right now that I'm thinking of it, I'm putting my SWL glasses on. I don't know. Like,
I guess you could tweet at somebody and be like, I heard you, and tell them what frequency and what time.
Yeah.
But you could say like signal strength and stuff in Twitter, you know,
guess.
like that's like instant reaction, right?
Well, maybe this guy just wants signal reports. He doesn't want to talk to anybody else, you know.
Well, it seems like they wanted a group. So ham it by getting that group together on 3710 and talk, but can it on send the signal reports.
Yeah,
okay. This one is a big. This one is, and I didn't point out who tweeted this because I'm going to give them. I'm going to give them a chance to correct themselves. But I say can it.
Okay.
I don't. They posted a YouTube. No, because they were just so mad and angry. They posted a YouTube video. I don't know what this ham did to make this person so mad that they wanted to do a YouTube video all about being the rudest operator in the world. But maybe they were.
And there are all kinds of channels on YouTube talking about bad operators. So
it's just let's be ambassadors and help fix somebody's actions.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Josh, I have a feeling you have something to say about that.
I agree with everything you all said. I agree. Do you know who the 10-meter beacon is?
Yes.
That's the rudest POTA activator in this case. He was pretending to be a POTA activator. And
so he wasn't a real POTA activator.
Really? He wasn't. But he was pretending to be a POTA activator, calling for park to park, and he had a fake he had another person with him that was pretending to be second operator. You should watch the video, Amanda. You should watch the video.
Watch it.
It's literally the 10-meter beacon pretending to do a POTA activation.
Oh, wow.
I'm not kidding.
Is that the guy?
They have
the guy I'm thinking of, like the worst 10-meter operator ever?
The one who just replays the 10-meter beacon over and over again. We call him.
Has a 4 call. Yes.
Oh no, yeah. Okay, I think I know who you're talking about.
It's a 4 call. I've heard him for the last 10 years.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yes.
Moving on.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So this guy posts a lot of these kind of cool things, and this one's about a movie called Flare. Now, it's not a real movie, by the way, everybody. It's not a real movie. I say can it unless he actually makes this movie and makes it real amateur radio. Basically, he's talking about a dystopian future where catastrophic solar flare has crippled modern technology, and all they have is amateur radio. Now, you know as well as I do, if you see it in a movie, it's not going to be accurate. Only way I would say ham it is if it's going to be accurately portrayed. That's my thoughts. Anyone else?
I like it. I like the whole movie poster idea thing.
Okay.
I say ham it. I like it. I'm into it.
Okay.
I mean, you always got to, put on your hat of we're watching a movie, right? So if anything is a flare strong enough to take out everything but ham radio, that's kind of, it's...
We'll all be
that's
doomed.
Also going to be affected a little bit depending on how you.
Well, exactly. So you're not going to be able to actually talk on ham radio if there is this kind of flare that takes out most of technology, unless everything you owned was in a Faraday cage and you bring it out.
But
nobody does that.
Just on the merits of what we're looking at, I say absolute A for effort and.
I love his illustrations.
And it's well executed as well. So yeah.
K7AGE, you make really cool. Twitter posts. So and he has got a lot of them. So okay.
I love these. These are amazing, Amanda. This is great.
Okay. This one, can it?
Exactly. Yep. No, I like it.
Have a discussion with your wife and don't buy something because she's maybe mad at you. And did you think that ever maybe your wife
know about this art? She doesn't know about this R3, by the way.
Maybe she's mad at you because you're hogging the radio that she wanted to use.
No, that won't work.
I say can it, but I know everyone's going to have an opinion.
I have said multiple times that you got to set a budget that works for your family with amateur radio. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And doing things without telling your significant other, either side, is probably more trouble than it's worth. Right? So
you really want to ask how much that Louis Vuitton purse was?
Right.
Dawn won't care about this because A, I had been saving up my money, and B, I paid cash. So yeah, she won't.
You also didn't blame it that she was mad at you, so you're just gonna buy the radio anyway. So anyhow, okay, ham it for sure. This is me, 15-year-old. This guy is probably gonna be in
Young Ham of the Year.
A Young Ham of the Year. at least nominee. Daniel, VE3 FCT from Toronto, got started when his father brought out an old radio from the basement and enjoys operating HF, POTA, and contesting.
Oh, that's
wonderful.
Daniel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Ham it all the way.
Could not ham it harder.
I know.
Times 10.
Yep.
So that's the end of my photos, everybody. Let me.
Good job.
Sure.
That was fantastic.
That was
we
fun.
have to do
That's
that
a good
again.
segment.
No
This
question.
needs to be recurring. Yeah, keep this up. This is
I'm
good.
gonna do it because I see so many fun things, and I never get a chance to share it. But if I just collect them like this, I can share it.
Yeah,
'cause otherwise,
exactly.
I forget about the stories. So
Nice job.
That was great.
go.
That was
I have
wonderful,
some other
Hannah.
things I have to talk about. That's
Hit the
but
nets.
wait, there's more. No, I gotta.
Oh.
I gotta.
Oh no,
first
we
of
got
all,
lots
I
of
have
things.
to-
Yeah.
I have to promote one of my homeschool. Well, it's not my school, but it's a Colorado school, so it's close enough. A homeschool is going to make an ARIS contact on Friday morning.
Wonderful.
And, yes, I'm really excited. Unfortunately, I'm going to be at the airport during that time, but at Thrive Homeschool Academy is going to be talking to Laurel, TI5TOM. And I'd like to thank the Alpha Fox Zero Sierra Club for helping them get that set up and teaching students all about amateur radio. So
That's
way to go,
great.
kids. And I can't wait to, I can at least stream it live on YouTube while I'm sitting there waiting for the plane to board. Looking forward to that.
That's awesome.
And
Very cool.
next thing I had to show off this gift. He's in the chat room too, KH2SR. I have to thank you for this cool gift.
My
I have to-
man.
Ooh.
Hold it up. Hold it. Wait. I'll get you the. Hold on. Let me get this shot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
These are so cool. And Josh,
Uh-huh.
I put his link to his Etsy store, but this is like a huge mouse pad, but around here is like EL wire.
Mhm.
So it lights up. You can plug it into a USB cord, and the whole thing lights up and changes
Ooh.
color. It is so cool. And it
Very
has
nice.
all the information about the band plan, Morse code, has Q codes, phonetic alphabet in 3 different ways, common calling frequencies, the RST system, so you know how to give your signal reports, things like that. So thank you so much, James. That was really cool.
That's great.
Appreciate, and it definitely fits in with my whole decor of LED lights everywhere in the ham shack. So I appreciate it.
James has been a longtime friend of mine for years now.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
find his? It's from Quirky QRP.
Oh, I linked it. Yeah.
Okay.
We love James. He comes out to the after chat all the time on Saturdays. I've met him in person.
Fantastic.
He sent me a bunch of stuff that we've talked about on video. He does a lot of really, really, really fun, literally quirky radio things. and you
I
can
saw
find
his
him.
store. It is pretty quirky, but it's pretty
He does
cool.
have a
And he's in the
cool
chat,
store.
by the way, Amanda. He's
Yeah.
in the chat right now.
Yeah,
That's
I
James.
saw him,
Yeah,
and
right
he's awesome. Thanks. He's been chatting a lot tonight. Okay, so thanks, James. Appreciate that. It's a prized possession of mine now. I need to remind everybody, and I'm going to talk about this more in 2 weeks, but Skywarn training is starting now. So look to your local National Weather Service offices to see where you can sign up. You can sign up online. You're not held to it, but you can see lots of classes around you locally that they come to your area. Typically, I know they hold them at EOCs or sheriff's offices or fire departments a lot, things like that. Now's the time to do it. So we're going to talk more about that and how important it is to get that under your belts in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
And then coming up this weekend is the AM rally. If Bob was here, he would be waxing poetic about this. The AM rally is a lot of fun. I encourage everybody to get on the air and have some fun with it. Try it out. Make sure you know what frequencies you should be on. And if you go to amrally.com, they're going to give you all the information you need to know. So don't forget, even if you have like a 7610, you can go into AM mode.
Absolutely.
But just know that it knocks your power down. So you're only going to be transmitting at 25 watts. Okay. But just have some fun with it. Listen in, see that beautiful butterfly signal on the waterfall, and have fun. That's what I call it, as a butterfly, because it's all fluttery. It's really gorgeous. So have some fun with it and see what you can do this weekend. That starts Friday night and goes through, I think, Sunday morning. And that's my announcements. I know there's so much more. There's a lot of QSO parties, state QSO parties coming up and things like that, but we're running out of time. So let me announce the nets. We have D-Star on 14 Charlie. Thank you, Paul. He's been in the chat room tonight. He said Josh can't join because he's going to make that crash too.
I can't. You don't want me touching that right now.
It's your magnetic personality, Josh. That's what it is.
I'm radiating right now.
Yes.
He's doing something. We have 40 meters, 7192. Thank you, K7FPF. You always do such an awesome job, Kev. And then we have Steve W7 UDI is hosting, I believe, on 75 meters. So find them, thank them for what they do every other week, and we can't thank them enough for being here and supporting the show. So I think that's all I have. Does anyone else have any announcements?
I don't. Jackson, Mississippi Hamfest this Saturday. I'm going to be there, so come on out and say hi.
Perfect.
And a week from this weekend, Orlando Hamcation.
Oh,
Steve
so
and
much
I
fun.
and all of the top ARRL brass will look forward to seeing you in the ARRL booth, and I'll be there full time.
Full time. Okay, fantastic, Gordo. Thank you.
I do have a fun one real quick.
Go ahead.
This Saturday is the Patron Picks episode where people have voted, and they want to talk about Mesh-tastic again, which not a ham radio thing necessarily, although we do operate in 915 megahertz, which is, pretty much adjacent to the ham band. It's a encrypted, because you can use this outside of the ham band, a way to send text messages between people. I got all around my city basically running a couple of meshes. It's a really nice kind of off-grid solution for keeping everyone engaged. That's not necessarily license based or anything like that. It should be a lot of fun. So we'll be there. We'll be talking live on Saturday about that.
Fantastic. Well, y'all have fun doing that. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight, and be sure to get back here. It's going to be Valentine's Day as our next episode.
Is it really?
Ooh.
Yeah. Is that a big problem for you, Josh?
No, we always Valentine's on the weekends, regardless of the day,
Okay.
because
Right.
just with kids and everything, it's impossible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that will also be the day after Mardi Gras down here. So.
That's right. And
Mardi
then,
Gras.
Someone
Ash
sent us
Wednesday.
a king cake this year, so we have a king
Oh,
cake
nice.
in the house. So I'm having a little bit of Mardi Gras flavor. It's
All
we
right.
love king cakes. We
Wait,
love 'em.
here's a question. What bakery did it come from?
You'll have to wait to after the live stream, because I would have to go
You don't
grab
remember,
the box. I don't remember what it is. I'll text it to you which one I got.
Okay,
It's
all
good
right.
though. It's good. It's good.
My wife is a king cake snob. She likes
Okay.
one bakery and one bakery only, because that's what she grew up with.
Okay.
I'm agnostic. I like them all, but
I can't complain. I've only had like 5 in my life, and they've all been good.
I've never
so
had
I
one.
can't complain.
They look yummy, though.
Yeah, they are.
Definitely.
All
Okay.
right.
I think this night is over with, and Josh has got a lot
Yeah,
of work
we
ahead
gotta
of him.
put a something in this one, because we gotta wrap it up. I gotta go
A
figure out
staple,
what's
a
going
nail,
on.
anything.
Yeah.
Thanks
Everybody,
everybody for watching.
Oh, Josh,
Yes.
there's a rule about king cakes.
yes. Leave the knife in the box.
The knife stays in the box.
I told my wife that exact same thing. That's right. That's what I told
The
her.
knife stays in the box.
That's right. That's right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for listening. We really do appreciate it. 73s to y'all,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see you
73,
again in
everyone.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Take it easy.
Take the cannoli. Leave the knife in the box.
Leave the knife in the box.
Didn't know that was a rule.
Mm-hmm.
It is a rule.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna go.